Hello, my name is Robin. I'm one of the co-founders at TestZeus, and today we are going to show you the magic demo, which rarely feels unimpressive to the people who book time with us. So in today's demo, we'll show specifically lead creation on Salesforce. So as we can see on the screen, we have a small test case around lead creation. Now this is a fairly detailed test case, but there are three magic tricks over here. The first magic trick is that this test case is written in natural English language. While there are some constructs of the Gherkin syntax, but that is about it. I can go in and I can just edit it just like how I would go and edit a small text file. I can say things like, and the lead detail page to display all the entered information correctly along with the name of the user, something like that. So the power of AI autonomous agents is such that you do not need to stick to a certain test case format as you would with any other tool in the market. But that is just the first magic trick. In summary, you don't have to write any code, you just have to write only natural English language commands for the autonomous agent to execute. The second magic trick is that since you never wrote any code, you don't have to maintain any code. Even if your engineering teams do a release and a certain button moves from position A to position B, Hercules, as an AI autonomous agent, can still look at the screen, figure out the location of the element, and interact with it accurately. The same goes for the Salesforce releases. Now, interestingly, as all of us know, Salesforce does releases thrice a year, at least, but you don't have to worry about them if you're using Hercules, because you are writing natural English language. The agent converts them into executable steps, and therefore, even if Salesforce does a release, changes the HTML or the DOM elements, since you never wrote any code, you don't have to maintain any automation code. The AI autonomous agent takes care of the execution. So that was magic trick number 2. And this brings me to the last and the biggest magic trick. See, as you can see on my screen, we can write the lead creation scenario in much detail. And I enter something as the company name or I should click on the new button specifically on the screen. But since we are using multi-agentic architecture and AI technologies, therefore, even if you write an abstract test case such as we are showing on the screen, when I create a new lead with some dummy data, then a lead should be created. Only those two statements can be expanded into a whole plan and executed by the agents. So, just counting the magic tricks once again, you don't have to write any code. You can write natural English language, even as abstract as this. Second, you don't have to maintain any code. And since Hercules as an AI agent is instruction fine-tuned on the Salesforce interface, therefore, it understands the CRM, the nuances, things like app launcher, leads, and the flow for lead creation as well. But oh, you don't believe me? Don't worry. We'll run the same test case over here. As you can see, I already have Hercules set up on my local. I just have to provide the name of the feature file. And there we go. You just have to press enter. Hercules will take these commands for the TestSF.feature, start running them on a Chrome browser for us. It understands that it has to read the accurate data from the testdata.txt file, also specified in the same directory wherein we are running this test case. And it also knows that I have to load in the Spring 25 credentials. So to read the test data, go to our dev org over here, and then perform a login. As simple as that. In any other framework, you would have to write multiple lines, create page objects, do interactions, record and replay, but not with an autonomous AI agent such as Hercules. So now that we are on the leads detail list page, the AI agent will figure out where is the new button on the screen, click on it, and then even on the overlaid UI, it will start filling in the details. We had asked it to create a lead with Australian dummy data. Similarly, since we're using LLMs, you can specify what kind of test data you want, and it will generate that on the fly and use that for the test case. You can also specify your own test data or even call APIs to get the test data in case you have to test out the integrations. So here, as we can see, Hercules very quickly interacts with the UI, figures out the right elements, puts in the Australian dummy data that we asked it, and then completes the lead creation form. Once it has completed all those details, it just does the roundabout and clicks on the save button. On this final screen, it will verify the details of the lead, things like the name and the other details that it has entered, and certify that the test case has passed or not. In our case, we also stream the thoughts of the agent. So if we quickly go back to our terminal, we can say that the task is intended for a browser-based agent, so on and so forth. Because we want the user to have full traceability of all the actions which the AI agent has taken. It has written the lead, and then the last and the part which I love the most is that it will also capture traces all along the way of execution. So if we minimize this, we see that under the proofs folder, there is a new folder created for the most recent run. And inside that, it has a folder for traces. You just have to drag and drop those traces onto the Playwright trace viewer. And we can see that we have the full power to scrub through the entire execution, ranging from the first screen to the last screen. This is a gold mine of assets for the engineering team to understand the path which the agent has taken for the execution and perform any debug or catch nasty bugs if there were any. So not only do we capture the entire trace, we also capture each and every action which the agent has taken using Playwright. And not just that, as an engineer, you would also appreciate that we capture all the network logs, console errors, and so on and so forth. So in summary, what we saw today was the mighty power of open source autonomous AI agents for the purpose of Salesforce testing and automation using natural English language. That's about it. Thank you and have a nice one. Bye-bye.